If there's anyone who understands what cosplay cafes are all about, it's Ferlyn Tan. The pretty 20-year-old used to work as a waitress in a cosplay cafe in Japan, serving customers and casting spells on the food. Today, she owns Cosplay Bar and Restaurant, which mixes inspiration from Japanese cosplay tea houses and European-style cafes. Ferlyn, who loved the Japanese culture so much that she had learned the language in just 1.5 years, even managed to convince her mother to help her set up this cafe when she was just 16 years old. Cosplay cafes in Japan attracts their fair share of otakus, but how about here in Singapore? Do you get your fair share of those customers here as well?
Initially I thought we would have, but unexpectedly we didn't really have a lot of them. They are, but they're not as hardcore, I would say, as the ones in Japan.
Right, and you worked in Japan as well.
Yeah,
so
I did.
If you could compare the ones there as opposed to your customers here, what are they like?
The customers in Japan, they're more to themselves. Like whenever you talk to them, when they're very, very hardcore otakus, they will not even look at you in the eye when they talk to you because they'll be too shy to talk to you. And I guess the requests there when taking pictures are more different than here. Like I think the most bizarre one I had was they just want to take pictures of my hand. So that was just that was just awkward. Like, I'm gonna take a picture, and then I'm like, okay. It's like, oh no, just your hand. I'm like, okay, sure. Okay. Yeah, so that was bizarre, but I think it's a new experience, a very unique thing for me to just experience myself.
Okay, but no such experiences or even anything close to that?
No, not at all, not at all.
Although Cosplay takes inspiration from Japan's maid and butler cafe concept, Ferlyn says that they had to tone down certain elements of an authentic maid cafe.
Initially, it was very, very Japanese. We didn't have those kind of spoon feeding and all that kind, because it's a little bit too much for me, I would think. You know, like the Singapore crowd is very different from the Japanese crowd. But we did have like the greetings and all that. You know, like when you come in, you feel like, oh my God, it's a welcome home. It's like it's very Japanese orientated. It's very nice. It's very homely. And now it's more French orientated, like French maids instead of Japanese maids, because you know we're in Chijmes and the location gives us more space to do with the more French theme and the more London, I would say, kind of setting.
If you're going to open a second outlet, and are you planning to in the future?
Not right now, but definitely have like different considerations in my mind. This is what I really love.
Okay, what are some of the considerations that you would keep in mind if you're going to set up another outlet?
I think the main one would be a butler's cafe, because I'm a girl myself and I have friends in Japan who work in butler cafes. It means when you come in, the guys there in you know, like butler outfits, they'll come like, welcome home my princess. And I think it's very nice because they're very cute boys and they treat like a princess. They would you know, kneel down in front of you and kiss your hand and that kind of stuff. And I think it's a novelty on its own, like the maid cafe and then the butler cafe. I think they're both very different and they both, you know, go out to different people.
Up next, we meet waitresses Yvette and Sarah, who tell us why they feel like movie stars working at this cafe.